This is like my childhood doll that I had. She's not the actual one. The story is a mixed emotion story, and oh, look at that. I can lift her right out. It's like she's coming to life. Holly Hobbie. Hello, my cherished doll friends. My name is Cheryl. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am opening a box. Yay, I'm so excited. I don't get to do that too often, so this is a special occasion. And if you can't guess by the little doll that I have behind me, I'm opening a Holly Hobbie doll from Ruby Red Galleria. And I wanted to show you this one here first. This is like my childhood doll that I had. She's not the actual one. I found her secondhand. The one that I had and was given to as a child was a larger size, more, I don't know how to measure, but probably double her size. So cuddle size, like really quite big. And when I was a kid, she seemed like a little kid to me, like a little friend. And I used to sleep with her at night along with my Raggedy Ann doll. And she was very precious to me. And I kept her for many, many years. Then I've told the story how I donated her when I was downsizing, and I immediately regretted it and was brokenhearted that I'd given up my beautiful Holly Hobbie doll, my precious little girl that I had said I would never ever part with when I was young. I did find this one secondhand, as I said, and you know, she's absolutely adorable and I love her and everything. She's actually very TLC. She's got some tears in her dress. She's got a big hole in her dress right here, and her little tie is kind of come apart here. I think that was glued or sewn on there. So I'm going to have to glue that or sew that back on. And yeah, so she's kind of in rough shape. So she's going to need to have a little needle and thread TLC to her, but I'll give you a close-up look. She's got a charming little face. Her paint and everything, like she's a soft cloth doll. And look at her little hand though. Yeah, she's popping out at the seams, so that's going to need a little bit of sewing there. But these were very popular in the 70s, and if you watch Durf on the Ruby Red Galleria YouTube channel, he goes into all the detail about how the company started and the originator of the dolls and everything. So I won't go into that too much here, just that she's a beloved doll to me, and she began my love of dolls as a child. So when I saw that they were coming out with a Holly Hobbie reimagining of her in vinyl, I was very excited. And let me just put this little girl down. So I've got my box here. At first I wasn't gonna get her. I was very tempted at first. They made two versions, one in the blue dress that looks like this one, and one in a pink dress, and I love pink. I would have loved to have gotten both, but the blue one is more like the one that I had and the one that I remember from childhood. So if I had to pick one, that was the one I was going to pick. But she does have little braids in her hair, this doll. This one doesn't have braids. And that was one thing that kind of put me off at first from thinking of getting her, because I was used to my Holly Hobbie having the little braids, the pigtails. But then looking back at the old vintage 1970s artwork, I do realize that when you look at that, the little side profile with her little bonnet, you know, like this, in the pictures, she is actually pictured with little curls coming out the front of her bonnet. So this little cloth doll was just, you know, one version of her. In her artwork, she was pictured in various versions of hairstyles and hair colors and curls and braids and whatnot. So I still wanted to have her and add her to my collection. So I'm going to open up the box and come back and show you what she looks like. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've got the box open and I'll start unwrapping her. Let me see. I think I have a little story that goes along with this doll. Now, actually, this came from the Maple Leaf, our Canadian store, and oh, how exciting. I see I was given a catalog, a Maple Leaf catalog. Now, I already have one of these, but I'm happy to have another one. That's awesome. So nice that they included that. So this is what the box looks like. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is the picture that I was talking about. Her little profile with her little curly hair sticking out the back. And look how darling that is. So you can see, this is the character. Isn't that so cute? She was so popular in the 1970s. She was on mugs and stationery and t-shirts. It became just incredibly popular. And this brings back such wonderful memories for me. I can't wait to show my mom, actually, because I guess the story is a mixed emotion story. So it was Christmas, and I guess we had gone shopping. Where are my scissors? We had gone shopping, as we often do, you know, going to the mall, going Christmas shopping and planning what we're going to buy for other friends and family. So my sister, my mom, and I had been at the mall, and we had seen the display of the Holly Hobbie dolls. And all three of us, like even my mom, fell in love. We were like, oh my goodness, these are the cutest dolls we've ever seen. And oh, I think this box opens, this is one of the ones that opens this way. Ooh, okay, let me finish my story first. I'm so excited to open her. These are the cutest dolls we've ever seen. And so all three of us fell in love. And when we got home, so the fellow that my mom was seeing at the time, she must have come home and said to him, oh, you know, the girls really loved this doll. And I did too. It was so adorable. And I think we'll get them for the girls for Christmas. And, you know, this is all on the side. I didn't hear any of this. And so my sister and I were so excited that hoping to get these Holly Hobbie dolls for Christmas. And because I come from, my parents were divorced, obviously, because my mom had a boyfriend. And so Christmas was always split up between mom's house and dad's house, and my grandparents on my mom's side and my grandparents on my dad's side. So that particular Christmas, it was really jumbled. It was like Christmas morning at home with my mom and my sister and my mom's boyfriend. Then we were going with my dad. Dad was picking us up and taking us to his mom's house, my grandmother's house, and having a little Christmas with them. And then we weren't meant to be seeing my mom again until later that night back at her parents' house, my other grandparents' place, for the rest of our Christmas dinner and the latter half of Christmas Day. And so the reason that's important is, so we all were so excited about these Holly Hobbie dolls, and my sister and I especially me, I think. So Christmas morning comes along and we're opening our presents. I don't remember what I got at home at my mom's house, but I do remember my mom opening up a Holly Hobbie doll. Her boyfriend had bought one for her for Christmas, and I was like just stunned. I'm a little kid. I was like, I don't know, how old would I have been? Probably, I'm going to say 10, maybe 9, probably more like 8 or 9 actually. And I was just, my sister and I were like looking at each other like, how come she got a Holly Hobbie doll? We were kind of like pouting and feeling sad and going, oh, that's, you know, we didn't say very much, but we were kind of quiet. And I think my mom was even taken aback. So she was in an awkward position, you know, oh, isn't this cute? And la, la, la. And we're all oohing and awing over it. But meanwhile, we're little kids and we're thinking, oh, we wanted that. How come our mom got the present that we were supposed to get, the kids, right? So it was just a very awkward moment. So then we tootle off to Dad's house and we do the whole grandma's house thing and open some more gifts and have tea and cookies and Christmas stuff over at grandma's house. So the whole day has passed by that we've been, you know, sort of yearning for this doll that we didn't get, that we had hoped that Santa would bring. And finally, at the end of the day, when we get to the other grandma's house, my grandma, the one that I talk about all the time on my channel, I've read some of her stories out loud. This is my grandma here. So at her house, we show up, and sure enough, we walk into the house, And there's 2 Holly Hobbies, 1 on each chair, 3 actually, because I have a little cousin. And so she got a small one like this because she was the baby cousin. So she got a little Holly Hobbie, and my sister and I both got the full-sized one, the same as what my mom had gotten. And so we all got our Holly Hobbies, and finally we were happy and satisfied. But it was just such an emotional day, like waiting and wondering, like why did it happen that way? And it was probably not really well executed on his part, the guy, my mom's boyfriend. So that's what happened. So it's kind of a mixed emotion memory. But after that day, I fell in love with my Holly Hobbie doll and treasured her forever. And like I say, I gave her away when I downsized probably less than 10 years ago. And probably 5 years ago actually, and it broke my heart and I wished I hadn't done it. So that's why I got that little rag doll, and I am very excited to share this one with you. So let's get her open. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to change the camera angle or not. So it just looks like that. So we've got tissue. And okay, so like the Ruby Red dolls don't come dressed. So that's the same with this one. I didn't know if that was going to be the case or not. So it looks like we get to dress her. So that's exciting. So first, let's see what's in here. We've got her little boots. There's her boots. And here's her little Holly Hobbie dress. And there she is in her box. I can't wait to see her face. Her face is going to be so adorable. So I think we just lift this. I'm trying to be able to show you and do it at the same time. So this comes off. And there's some foam. Oh my goodness. You can see her little sweet face. Oh my goodness. She's so adorable. There's her little face. Look. Aww. Now let's see if she's loose in here. Oh, look at that. I can lift her right out. It's like she's coming to life. Holly Hobbie, you are so beautiful. So I'm going to put this box down and we'll look at her closer together. I love this box. This is a keepsake box for sure. Because look at the artwork on it. It's got little hearts all along the bottom. What's stitched with love will never tear. Love is the nicest gift of all. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's put that down and have a look at this little girl. So she's on the traditional Ruby Red Fashion Friends body. I guess she's kind of like a ball jointed doll. Oh, she's lovely. Look at her little face. She's got little curls around her face. And so she's got, you know, they've tried to recreate the little face that Holly Hobbie has. I think they did a pretty good job. Her eyes are a little on the small side, but she's still, you know, got that Holly Hobbie look. I think these ones are 15 inches tall, if I'm not mistaken. So she's got a hairnet on. Look how shiny her hair is. So I was so relieved when we got the Holly Hobbie dolls that Christmas. I'll never forget it. It was an emotional day. You know, kids get so worked up over little things like that. I mean, to us as adults, it doesn't seem that important. You know, my dad always used to say to me, you know, Christmas is not about the presents. It's about being together as a family and spending time and, you know, rejoicing and all of those wonderful Christmas things. And he was right, but when you're a kid, you do get caught up in all the excitement and the gifts and the magic. And to me, dolls have always been magic. And, oh, let's get some clothes on her. She's adorable. I'm going to treasure this doll, I can tell already. I think I'll leave the hairnet on until we get her dressed. So let's stand her here for a moment. And we'll unwrap her goodies. So did any of you have a Holly Hobbie doll when you were younger? And do you have a story to go along with it? I'd love to hear it. Feels like Christmas all over again. All right, so we've got the little, this is the overdress, like the little pinafore or the apron. Oh, the fabric feels really nice. Look at the colors, blues and greens, and a little bit of, not really yellow, but cream, brown, very earthy, earth tones and blues. Okay, so there's that part. And here's the little dress that goes underneath. Oh, that's adorable. So it's white with little blue flowers all over it. Long puffed sleeves with nice little cuffs. And it is Velcroed at the back. So that's what it looks like. And it has a beautiful ruffle along the bottom. And there's a little skirt there, like a slip underneath that's attached. And oh, there's a few pieces here. Here's her bloomers. So cute. So they have a little paisley kind of print on them, blue with ruffled around the ankles and elastic at the waist. Absolutely adorable. The fabric feels really good quality and it's all beautifully made. And the bonnet is my favorite part. There's her little bonnet. The same material as the bloomers and long straps to tie in a bow. All right, so let's get her dressed. Oh, and then her boots. Let's get her boots open. This is so fun. I'm so glad I did this because I knew I was going to regret it if I didn't get this doll. Even though it was kind of not really my time to buy a doll yet in my budget, I made an exception and I'm happy I did. Aren't those boots gorgeous? Look at those. Real laces. And there's the bottom. And they feel like leather. I know they're not leather, but beautiful little boots. All right, so, I think I'll turn off the camera and just get her dressed and then I'll come back and show you. Let me just read you this little story that was on the back of the Holly Hobbie box that I missed when I was unboxing her. Holly Hobbie. Who is Holly Hobbie? Holly's engaging smile and friendly country girl appeal hide a deeper wisdom and strong, optimistic outlook on life, one she is quite happy to share with others. In a rustic, early American setting, Holly Hobbie, her brother Robbie, and best friend Heather share friendship and happy times together. Holly is also very skilled in traditional home crafts, and you will frequently see her at work on one of her many projects. Holly always seems to be aglow with a love of life, and hers is the kind of joy that leaves others smiling wherever she goes. I just wanted to pop in here and tell you some exciting news. Ruby Red Galleria and Ruby Red Dolls Canada have reached out to me and extended my discount code to their dolls as well as the Dolly Mori dolls. So it's Cherished Doll Friends. It's the same as before, all capital letters. And if you go on their website and order the Ruby Red Fashion Friends dolls, just put that code in and you can get 10% off. And that is for the Fashion Friends, the Ruby Red Sibley's dolls, the Create Your Dream doll, also the plush toys, the gorgeous collectible dolls, and some of the clothing and accessories for the Fashion Friends and the Sibleys. So that's really exciting. Unfortunately, it doesn't include Holly Hobbie, and I'm sorry about that. But if you like collecting Ruby Red Fashion Friend dolls and the Sibleys and such and the accessories, please do go ahead and use my code. And I'm looking forward to using it myself and adding some to my own collection. Isn't she adorable? Oh my goodness, I love her so much. She's bringing back so many happy memories right now. She was my little friend. She was my little buddy. And I love this one too, but she wasn't mine. This one's mine. She's new to me, and that means something for this doll anyway, because the Holly Hobbie I gave away was my own, and I miss her dearly. So this is replacing her in my heart. And I'm so happy to have her. What do you think, everybody? Tell me if you got a Holly Hobbie doll or if you ever had one as a child. And what do you think of them? Did you get the pink one or the blue one? This is one of the reasons why I like some of the American Girl doll, like Kirsten in particular, because she reminds me of Holly Hobbie. So I have a few dolls with this kind of prairie look now, and I absolutely love it. I might display them all together. Just, I think that'll look really cute. So there's my little display, and I brought my Kirstens out just to show how similar they are. You know, you can see why I love Kirsten so much. She's kind of one of my favorites in my American Girl dolls as far as like a comfort doll, or if there was ever a fire, who would I grab? She's probably the one I would grab, but probably Holly Hobbie would be the one now. But look how cute they all are in their little blue dresses and their bonnets. And then Holly Hobbie is so adorable. I just love her so much. She's got beautiful clothes and boots, and her box and the artwork is just gorgeous. And she really does have the charm of the original Holly Hobbie doll, which I have right there. Aren't they sweet together? Here, let me turn this Holly Hobbie to the side. You can get that cute little profile look. There, I pulled her bonnet down so it looks a little bit more like the picture. She just needs to be holding some flowers now. Oh my gosh, I love my Holly Hobbie. Thank you, Ruby Red. Thank you for making her. Thank you, Grana, for buying me my first Holly Hobbie. Well, actually, I think it was from my mom and my Grana when I was a kid. I miss you, Grana. I'm reliving my childhood happiness now. So that's my video for today, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick box opening and show off Holly Hobbie and compare her with the original. And aren't they cute together? The original and the new one. I think they did a wonderful job reimagining Holly Hobbie into a vinyl doll. I think they've captured her really well, and I love the artwork on the box. I love everything about her. She's just a darling doll. Yay, I'm so happy. So have a wonderful day or night, everybody. I hope to see you very soon in my next video. Bye for now.